You have no idea how many times I have tried to film this video or explain the Steam Deck or my experience with it or the price increase, but gaming is falling apart right now, and every time something happens it's like a layer on a layer on a layer. So we're doing it all in one. Physical games, DRM, and the deck is a machine. I think I'm going to start backwards. So the first one, the deck is a machine. I had to wait to make this video because I had to purchase a Retroid or an Amberneck handheld. I went with Retroid Pocket 6. I know there's the Odin as well, but the reason I did this is the one problem I have with the Steam Deck, and I'm sure every Steam Deck owner will understand, it's huge. It's really big. Like, hold on, I don't know if, like, even me, that's crazy for me. I just, you know, I don't even like picking it up too much. I've got some footage showing how I usually have it docked with a controller, so it's like it's a PC, it's a portable PC. It doesn't feel like a handheld. I don't hold it in my hands often enough to call it that. So that, on top of the Proton 11 Game Native, Game Hub, Android on Steam games on Android blowing up right now, I don't really need a Thor too much. Funny enough, I also need to make a video about this because I spent so much time making this work so that I can compare it to the Vita, which I did make a video about, and conclude that this is better than the Vita. I think I don't know, as an all-in-all handheld, I think the 3DS is better than the Vita. But in regards to Steam games and handhelds and the prices going up, I can't recommend a Steam Deck anymore, which is really sad because I got it for an incredible price if I haven't already put the thing up. We got the thing itself when it was $480, got the 512 version, I got a 2TB SSD, and I got a 1.5TB SD card, and all of that came up to about 700 quid, which is what the price of one is now, which is really depressing. So I couldn't just come on a video and say it's amazing because the price is a factor. However, Android handhelds I can recommend. I've gone with the Retroid Pocket because I already have a Steam Deck. If you want an all-in-one, I'd go for the Odin. There are people who talk about this more than I do, but yeah. Physical games and DRM. Now, the reason it was important to put the Steam stuff first is because if you're not jumping into piracy, if you're not willing to just do that yet, because I know that's what it is. People feel uncomfortable with the meta, you know. I don't know, you need to get screwed over a certain... I've gone out of focus. You need to get screwed over a certain amount before you take that jump, and that's fine. Everyone has their moment, alright? If you're not willing to take that jump yet, Steam is the best platform with the best deals and the best variety in what you can play. Yeah, it doesn't have... what's it called? Some people play those games that I don't like. It's like Valorant, Fortnite. Oh, I do like Fortnite though. That is a bit of a bummer. I'd probably play more Fortnite, but I think there's an Android version which saves. Yeah, we could get back into that. Yeah. As an older gamer, I'm 27, man. As an older gamer, as a seasoned gamer, I've been playing games for a while. I like all kinds of genres. I like indie games, and now that I've got the means to play them, because yeah, PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo definitely do not platform indie games as much. I take back what I said about Nintendo. Indie games on the Switch are actually quite nice. There's a CRT series. DRM, if you're gonna get a game and be locked to the system it's on, I think Steam's probably the best one to go for, because now the scope for longevity, right? PlayStation and physical games. I have complained about PlayStation so many times on this channel. I am a PlayStation gamer, that's where I started. It was PS1. The only Xbox that's been in this household is a 360, and it was a birthday present when I was 12. And it wasn't for Modern Warfare 2, it was for Naruto Broken Bond and Fable 2. I noticed my hands are Broken Bond, and yeah. I did get Modern Warfare 2 eventually and jump on the lobby thing, but like it wasn't the reason why, so yeah. And there hasn't been much reason to get an Xbox since, so spur off to Xbox for some reason. PlayStation, yeah, I've always been, but why would I now? Why would I do that now? I'll shoot the shit with you. because it's probably obvious by now anyway, if it's not, since whatever, right? I don't care too much for physical games, and it's not like, oh, like, I don't think they should make them. I don't get physical games. I can't even remember the last physical game I got. Hopefully this doesn't come out before I do give it away, or it probably will, but hopefully he doesn't watch it. I was going to give my final physical copy of the game, it's Neo, the original Neo. Found it and give it to my friend Luke as like a, you know, it's more symbolic because I think he already has it. I keep going on spurs because of how sad this is. As much as I don't care about physical games, I literally got a PS5 digital. The existence and the availability of physical copies is and was, we'll see how it affects it, very important to the price structure. I immediately assumed that you get a digital console and you have a separate physical structure of releases. Physical games are going to be more expensive. Distribution, the box, the cover art, the manual if you use one, which, you know. Yeah, and that was the case for a bit. I don't know if it's changed. Has it changed? Piracy isn't the answer because that doesn't secure gaming as an art form. Developers deserve to be paid for their work, so what do we do? What do we do? The ultimate conclusion here, instead of just complaining about physical games and DRM and so, definitely don't support PlayStation. As much as I'd like to respect Nintendo for their, they like their boxes, clearly, even if it's just a game key card, I don't think they'll go the PlayStation way in terms of completely getting rid of the box. Like, the box is important. I think when we look at the commoditization of physical copies, it's the box that matters. People leave them in the box and seal it. So if there is not actually a physical copy inside of it, I think the only thing that sucks is when servers go offline and you can't verify that code in like 40 years when you want to give it to your kids or something, or you want to sell it. Like, it inherently loses its value. But Nintendo, second, I guess. I've got jailbreaking consoles written down here because I've done it a few times. I mentioned the 3DS and the Vita as well. I believe the best way to preserve video games is jailbroken consoles or modded consoles with extended internal storage, whether it be through an SD card or a hard drive or an SSD for a bigger console like a 360 or a PS4 or a PS3. Pretty much. And if you really care about physical copies, you can take your legally acquired ROM files, put them on a disc, or I don't know if you can make a cartridge on it. I'm sure there's people that do that. I'm sure there's like an Etsy thing where you can make a physical cartridge and you can put some stuff in it. Yeah, there's ways to do this. It's not completely over. It's as a consumer, from a consumer perspective, it's not over. It's far from it. Like, it's still never been better. If you really want to play a game, you can just do it, and there are so many ways to do it, and there's so many more games coming out because of independent development, and it's just the old days are over, and that always happens. The old days die. Xbox has fallen off, PlayStation has fallen off. I have very little faith in Kingdom Hearts 4, and if you know me, it takes a lot to say that. Alright? I need a minute. I think I'm done here, I don't need a minute. Yeah, maybe don't get a Steam Deck, maybe get a Retroid. Obviously I didn't mention Xbox's handhelds because I don't have them. I've got a Steam Deck now. I feel like there would be no point upgrading to a ROG Ally, or there's more. The Legion Go as well. Yeah, there's no point for me anyway, especially now I've got 2 terabytes in there. Nah, come on, man. It's fine. It's fine. Gaming's fine. Gaming's fine. Give it like 5 years. Let the money settle, and then let the art come through again, and we'll be okay. Don't panic. I need to make a thumbnail. Wait. Weird, I've got this camera angle differently because I did some voiceovers and I just gave up on it. But yeah, I'm just yapping. I'll see you guys later.